لسه قلبه لم يتعب من المشاوير.
Welcome back and moving on to our second segment for today. Well, Egypt celebrates the ancient Egyptian New Year on September 11th, which is the oldest, first and most accurate and longest solar calendar known to humanity. To talk more about it and more about the Nile River, we have over the phone Mrs. Nagia Fanous, ancient Egyptian history researcher. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. So first of all, could you tell us more about this celebration and more this calendar and how it was calculated?
First, happy new Egyptian year. And you know, the ancient Egyptian calendar system was one of their most remarkable achievements. The same names of the months, such as Tut, Baba, Hatur, Tuba, and Shir, and others remain the same till now. And the farmer in the countryside still practice planting their crops according to this ancient Egyptian accurate and dependable calendar, whose seasons and months don't change. And the ancient Egyptian culture was closely tied to the Nile River, and it appears their new year corresponded with its annual flood. According to the Roman writer Censorinus, the Egyptian New Year was predicted when Sirius, the brightest star in the night sky, first became visible after a 70-day absence. Better known as heliacal rising, this phenomenon typically occurred in mid-July, just before the annual inundation of the Nile River, which helped ensure the farmland remained fertile for the coming year. Egyptians also celebrated this new beginning with a festival known as Wepet, Rempet, in hieroglyphic signs. We read that, which means the opening of the year. The new year was seen as a time of rebirth, and it was honored with feasts and special religious rites. We know also that the ancient Egyptian calendar was a solar calendar, which means was determined by the movement of the sun. It had 12 months of 30 years, 30 days, sorry, each, plus an extra 5 days at the end of the year to make up the 365-day solar year. The calendar was used for civil and religious purposes, as well as agriculture and taxation purposes. Also, the year begins with the Achet season, in which the Nile floods and the land is prepared for farming. It's followed by Peret in hieroglyphic signs, that means the season of growing. The last season also, the season of harvest, was called in ancient signs, hieroglyphic signs, Shemu. because also the Egyptians were skilled and more, and they were skilled astronomers and mathematicians. They were able to develop such a precise calendar system. They calculated the length of a solar year based on observations of the movement of the stars and the sun. They also had a strong understanding of mathematical concepts such as distractions and decimals, which enabled them to create a calendar that was both accurate and dependable.
Well, actually, they were celebrating also using different kinds of activities, and when it comes to the beliefs in the afterlife as well, the festivities or the way they were celebrating, can we say that it has anything to do with their own beliefs and ideas at that time?
Yes, well, in fact, they were celebration began with going out to garden, parks, and fields, and also they offer offerings in temples. And after that, the calendar, the Coptic year is the extension of the ancient Egyptian civil year, retaining the subdivision into the 3 seasons, 4 months each. The 3 seasons are commemorated by special prayers in the Coptic liturgy. This calendar is still in use all over Egypt by farmers also, and more festival about it. And also they celebrated of the holiday continuing during those 5 days, which they dropped from history outside their homes, and they spent the day visiting the graves, carrying with them baskets of mercy as an expression of commemorating their dead every year that passed.
Well, among the customs, especially in the modern state, they were celebrating the marriage contract with the New Year's celebration. So as the beginning of the year would be the beginning of a happy married life. What does this mean according to their own beliefs?
Yes, the New Year is undoubtedly one of the most popular celebrations of the ancient Egyptians. On this occasion, everyone makes offering to the dead and to the gods, especially of Ra, whose birthday was supposed to be New Year's Day. Similarly, a procession of vases filled with the new water of the Nile took place from the river to the temple.
When we talk about the Nile River in general, actually it is quite clear how it played a crucial role, and it was the source of life since ancient Egyptians. According to the Nile, they used also to make their flooding season, their agricultural season. Tell us more about it and how it used to be really a source of life, and people used to live at the banks of the river.
Yes, the Nile River is the source of life for ancient Egyptians, and they celebrate and they also sacred this river with a symbol of Hapi. Hapi was the god of river in ancient Egyptian, and they celebrate with a statue for Hapi. And they also we noticed the gift on the walls of the tomb, for example, of the tomb of King Amun, steward of Amenhotep II, shows the lectuary distributing the gifts that brought out of the real treasury, which has to be submitted to the king, and the most prized objects were golden statuette of the king, and make it for celebrate the Nile River.
Right, this is Nagia, Fanous, ancient Egyptian history researcher. Thank you very much for joining us. And I guess with this we come to the end of our breakfast show for today. Thank you all for joining us, and stay tuned for more coming up on Nile TV International.